Hola, welcome to Fan for Spanish Materials. In today's video, we're going to talk about plans and how to say I'm going to do something. We're going to do it with just normal verbs, simple, as well as reflexive and perceptive verbs. So we're going to start just with the simple verbs structure, which is just the personal pronouns here on the left. So we have yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes. I guess you already know what they mean. Yo, I, to, you, and so on. Now, if you want to say to go to, I'm going to eat, we're going to use this, ir a. We also use the verb ir, to go. Let's say I'm going to say here, I'm going to eat. Yeah. Yo voy a comer. I am going to eat. And the word a serves as the word to in English. In this case, not always to means a. In this case, to is the a. Yo voy a comer. I'm going to eat. You are going to travel. Tú vas a viajar. Again, remember, if you want to make a negative sentence in Spanish, just put a no right after the personal pronoun. Personal pronoun can be these here, but it could also be a name, Maria, Pedro, Peter, anybody. So let's say she doesn't wanna go. Ella no va a ir. She does let's like she's not going to go actually. She's not going to go. Oh, we are going to play. Nosotros vamos a jugar. We are going to play. So this is easy. We talked about this before in our survive level, and we talked about this quite a lot. And anyways, this is just a recap. Remember, the second verb always goes in infinitive. If but if if you want to know more about this, it's highly recommended to go and check the level survive. So get the level and study it. Now, where this is when you have verbs with simple structure, which are these verbs here: comer, viajar, ir, jugar. But now, what happens if you have, for example, a reflexive verb? So we have reflexive verbs like we have these ones here: comerse, quedarse, irse, ducharse. So those are the reflexive verbs, right? So how do we put this plus the I'm going to? Let's say I'm going to stay. Quedarse is the verb to stay. We talked about this verb before. Quedarse, yeah, yo me quedo, right? Tú te quedas, él se queda. But now we're going to use this verb like I'm going to stay, you're going to stay, she is going to stay, and so on. So we're not putting the say here in the verb in infinitive, yeah, because remember this say is removed, and then we are going to replace it for these um, for these pronouns, reflexive pronouns. So we have two options. We can either use these ones here, or we can use the ones on the right. We're going to see the difference. But it's pretty much the same thing. It's just you have either option. So let's say I am going to stay. Yo me voy a quedar. That's one option. The other option will be to use the one on the right. Yo voy a quedarme. So you see, you can either use the, the reflexive pronouns at the beginning, or you can use them at the end. My recommendation is to use them, well, it could be any way. Any way is good, but you can use them at the beginning. So it's easier because you remember yo, me, tú, te, él, se, nosotros, nos, vosotros, os. So it's kind of easier because if you remember the reflexive structure, right? And if you know this reflexive structure by heart, that you already should know that, then it's going to be easier to build the rest of the sentence. Yo me voy a comer una hamburguesa. I'm going to eat a burger. O tú te vas a quedar en mi casa. You are going to stay at my place. Tú te vas a quedar en mi casa, and so on. So, but it's very important that you see that the like like the difference here, that you can use these personal pronouns either at the beginning or at the end. What you cannot do is to put them in both places. That will be redundant. It will be wrong. Yeah, you have to choose either to put them at the beginning or at the end. Yeah, good. So, so again, so let's check some examples here. Voy a comerme una pizza. It's like I am gonna eat a pizza. In this case, the me goes at the end. That's an option. That's okay. Yeah. Yo voy a comerme una pizza. And as you can see, comer plus become one word. Comerme una pizza. Whereas here, me voy a comer una pizza, ¿ya? Yo me voy a comer una pizza. Me goes alone. It's not part. It's not part of another word. So it's just for you to see the difference. So yeah, that's how you put like the I'm going to with verbs in reflexive verbs. Yeah. I'm gonna take a shower. Let's see. Yo me voy a duchar. I'm gonna take a shower. We are gonna leave now. Nosotros nos vamos a ir ahora. Remember, irse means to leave. Nosotros nos vamos a ir ahora. That means we are gonna leave now. You could also say, nosotros vamos a irnos ahora. That's a second option. They're both correct. So that's how you use the I'm going to, ir a, and reflexive verbs. Yeah. So now let's see how we do it, but with perceptive verbs. It's pretty similar. Um, and for perceptive verbs, we talked about some perceptive verbs, but pretty much gustar, encantar, right? Molestar, a mí me gusta, a ti te gusta, a mí me molesta, a ti te molesta, a mí me encanta, a ti te encanta. So first of all, let's remember the perceptive structure. Yeah, it's extremely important to know this by heart, as well as the reflexive structure. So, a mí me, a ti te, a él le, a ella le, a nosotros nos, a vosotros os, and so on. So, how would you say I am going to like the pizza? Uh, so, it's pretty much the perceptive structure plus the rest of the verb going to, and then the rest. A mí me, yeah, va a gustar. Now, very important. Here, we are going to use only va, right? If you are liking a singular thing. If you're going to like something plural, you're going to use van. The other ones are here, but you don't necessarily use them unless what you're gonna like is a second person. Yeah. Uh, so these ones you don't use because normally what you like are third person singular and third person plural things. You like things or you like something, right? So we're gonna use va for singular and we're gonna use van for plural. So let's say I'm gonna like the bananas. I always put bananas as an example for plural stuff, right? So I'm going to like the bananas. A mí me van a gustar las bananas, right? Because las bananas are plural, right? But if I'm gonna like the pizza is singular. So a mí me va a gustar la pizza. Yeah. So that's pretty much how you use this. Gustar is a verb. Yeah, it's a perceptive verb. We use it with the perceptive structure. A mí me, a ti te, a él, le, and so on. And molestar, we talked about this verb before. Yeah, molestar. Let's say pigeons are gonna bother me later. You know that you're going to a square and it's full of pigeons, and you're gonna tell your friend, pigeons are going to bother me. So let's try to say that. A mí me van a molestar las palomas. Las palomas is plural, therefore we're going to use van. Yeah. Um, that's it. There is a third verb here we are introducing, parecer. It's a very nice verb in perceptive, which means it's when you give your opinion about things. So we're going to see this later. Yeah. So you say, a mí me parece, a ti te parece. That means like, in my opinion, in your opinion, and so on. So one sentence will be like, a ti te va a parecer muy linda. So we are talking about singular thing, plural, sorry, singular thing, feminine. So what I'm saying is, a ti te va a parecer muy linda is like for you, in your opinion, is gonna be beautiful. Like you're gonna, you know, for you, it's gonna be beautiful. So a mí me parece is like for me, kind of, in my opinion, you know, from my point of view. So yeah, let's have a look at these two examples here. A ella le va a gustar el viaje. A ella le va a gustar el viaje. Singular, right? That's why we use va. Te va a encantar. A ti te. Remember, this is optional, the ones on the left. Te va a encantar. We are talking about a thing that is singular. What? We don't know. So te va a encantar is like, you're gonna love it. You're going to love it. So that's what it means. That's it. How do you practice this? No problem. So we're gonna talk about plans again, things that we're going to do. And well, remember, always please do the flashcards. Yeah, do the notes on writing if writing is something that helps you learning. And then you're gonna tell somebody what you're having for dinner tonight, what you're wearing tonight, and when and how long you're staying at the party. Let's say there is a party, or I don't know, or there is something. You know, you're gonna go to an event or something, party, a restaurant, whatever, and you're gonna tell a person what you're gonna have for dinner, what you're having. So comerse algo is reflexive. What you're wearing, ponerse algo, is to put something on or to wear something. And how long you're staying, quedarse, is also reflexive. So you have one, two, three reflexives, and you're going to use them with I'm going to. Yeah. So voy a comerme un pescado, voy a ponerme la chaqueta blanca y voy a quedarme 3 horas. So that way you're going to tell the person what you're going to do, what your plans are for tonight. And you can practice this as well. So yeah, have fun. I hope you enjoyed this topic. And yeah, see you in the next video. Hasta luego. Bye bye.